The meeting hall was filled with board directors, managers, departments head, and most powerful man Jungkook, president of the Jeon Industries, who ruled the business world. But she was the one who ruled his heart. Kim Won, the secretary of Jungkook for 5 years and devoted her time to him and his vast business. She was a reflection of professionalism, and her ignorance towards his obvious attempts made him even crazier for her. Here's the file, Mr. Jeon. She placed them before getting the chair beside him, and the meeting finally started with turning off the lights. His concentrate was fully on the presentation while his hand on her exposed. She guessed by his sudden move and immediately held his rough hand before it moved further. It was not the first time he did something like this, but she never let him do overboard. A smirk formed on his lips and he intertwined his fingers with her. With his feet, he pulled her chair even closer and rested their joined hands on his thick thigh. She struggled to free herself like any other day, but he stayed still like nothing was going on. "Mr. Jeon, leave my hand." She whispered yell, but he became a deaf, so she pressed her heels over his shoes just to smile him devilishly in return. No matter what, this man won't let her go. During an hour meeting, he stayed like that, and with the lights on, he removed his grasp finally. She secretly glared at him when everyone was leaving, but he didn't move, causing her to sit there too. Now they were alone in the meeting room. She immediately caught up abruptly while collecting the files furiously when Jungkook held her hand. He pinned her against the giant table of the meeting hall and stood between her legs. "Mr. Jeon, do I need to clear you again and again that I'm not interested in you?" Yet he leaned in while maintaining eye contact with her fierce gaze and decreasing the distance between them. "The more you resist, the more I crave for you." He pushed himself against her even more, that her lips were ready to touch, but she immediately turned her head. "I hate you." Suddenly his eyes darkened and his fingers immediately held her jaw to tilt her face roughly. "Say it again." She felt scared the way his eyes were burning in rage and his lips brushed against her. "Dare to say it again and I will show you the most side of me." He kissed the side of her lips, causing her breath to suck, and backed away, adjusting his coat. "Bring me coffee in 5 minutes." With that, he walked away and she calmed her uneven breath before making her way to make his hot coffee. The sun was rising, peeking through the curtains and disturbed the beauty sleep of Won. She lazily got up and, following her morning routine, she got ready for the office. "Good morning, Mom." "Good morning." She kissed her forehead, then served Won breakfast early since she had an urgent meeting with someone. "Do you remember about your meeting with Kevin?" "Of course, Mom. I'm excited to meet him." She passed her mother a smile. Kevin was the guy her mother wanted her to get married and told her to go on a date with him for better understanding. With praising of Kevin's look, his honesty, and work, the breakfast went well. "We are engrossed in talking that I didn't even show you his picture." "Mom, please send it to me with his phone number because I'm running late." Taking her essentials, she took her leave and reached to the particular destination. There was sitting Mr. Jungkook, the famous dealer. "Hello, Mr. Jung. Myself, Kim Won." "Hello, Miss Kim." Shaking hands, she sat on the chair beside him and he ordered a cup of coffee before discussing about the matter for a while. "I love the aesthetic of your house and I'm sure the price would be great. Can you tell me the exact figure?" 1 million won easily. A smile came across her lips since it was exactly the same amount she could give to Jungkook, and resigned her job, breaking her contract in between. Jungkook was talking with the department head while going back to his office and saw Won was using mobile while smiling. A smile which was supposed to be for him only that it made his blood boil. "Clear the tender, then give me the updates." His voice suddenly turned cold and he walked towards Won's table while losing his style. He saw her colleague cum friend Natasha nudged her elbow lightly that she noticed his presence. "Mr. Jeon?" Closing her phone, she immediately got up from the chair, noticing his pissed-off expressions. "Bring me coffee, Miss Won." His tone was rough, and giving her his famous authoritative glance, he moved to his cabin. Being curious, he immediately opened the drawer to take out another mobile, which was a clone of Ryan's phone. Being obsessed, he wanted her every little detail. Opening the SNS immediately, he saw the picture of a handsome guy along with a message of her mother, which made his calm to lose even more. Date night? His jaw clenched, the hold around the phone tightened as he was that Kevin guy. This date wrought an early death in his faith. A dark grin danced on his lips as he sent a message to her mother regarding his phone number. He deleted his send message and allowed Ryan to come inside as she knocked on the door. He sent a message to Kevin before putting back the phone inside the drawer, and Ryan placed his coffee on the table. She was ready to leave his office, but he made her sit on his lap with a light jug. "Mr. Jeon," she gasped, placing her palm over his bulky chest to make a proper distance between them. "Do you have something to share with me?" She looked at him astonished, and he brushed his fingertips on her cheeks slowly. "Why? Do you know something already?" She tried to get up, but he held her waist tightly, and it became hard for her to even move. Her body shivered as a shocking expression came across her face, which made him smile. "Is my lady scared?" "As you should." He nuzzled into her neck that he could feel her crazy heartbeats. "Can you please leave me and not cross your limit for once?" "I'm limitless." Her breath turned shallow with the following kisses he gave on her neck. "Do you harass other employees like that, Mr. Jeon?" Jungkook stopped, and with a jerk he held her hair before pulling her closer just inches away. "This is my way of loving you, my lady, so be careful with your words next time. And about other girls, you don't have to be jealous. My eyes are only on you and will always be." He threatened seductively that she felt her knees go weak, but their movement interrupted by the loud knock, and they maintained a good distance between them. After taking the half day, Ryan returned to her apartment and immediately made her way to the bedroom. She checked every single wall, door, curtains, her things inside the room just to find the camera. If it's installed in bathroom? She checked the bathroom too, but there was nothing, and rested her body on the bathtub slab. Then she heard her mother's voice. "Ryan, what is this?" She walked out just to encounter her room as if a thief entered the room, then looked at her mother. "Mom, I was searching for something." "Okay, but now clean it and get ready." With that, she walked out, and Ryan selected a dress for herself. She was tired after messing up her whole bedroom because of Jungkook's lie. He must be teasing me. Shaking her thoughts, she got ready beautifully as she was excited for the dating night and put lots of efforts on it. He is going to get surprised. Giving her a satisfied look, she came out of the room, and getting compliments from her loving mother, she took her leave. Reaching to the location Kevin sent her, she was surprised. It was a luxurious grand hotel where a manager welcomed her politely. Wow, he put so much efforts. With a beautiful smile on her face, she followed the manager, and he dropped her till the gate of the giant VIP section. She stepped inside and was welcomed by none other than Jungkook. "Mr. Jeon?" There were shocking expressions on her face while he was busy eyeing her shamelessly from head to toe. She was looking different, just like his, whom he wanted to. "How can you set my heart on fire every time I see you?" She came out from her trance when he was just inches away from her, and sliding his hand around her waist, he vanished the distance between them. "What are you doing here? And where is Kevin?" "We both are in a right place, my lady." Holding her hand, he kissed her knuckle gently while not breaking the unwavering, intense eye contact with her. "I need to go. I was here for Her words cut with his harsh kiss for the first time. It was not a sweet or gentle kiss, but a rough and wild that he almost chewing her lips until his lungs gave up. "Dare to take another man's name when I'm standing right in front of you. What did I do to make you so obsessed with me?" "You did nothing, my lady, yet made me go crazy over you wildly, that I want to have you in every loving, caring, and way possible till the rest of my life." His deep voice, his burning, desireful eyes was making things hard for her, and she just looked at him with moistened eyes. "But I don't see my future with you." He chuckled like a maniac he was, and his thumb with index fingers dug in her cheeks roughly. "Who needs your opinion? I know how to claim what belongs to me." gritted his teeth with the more pressure on her cheek that her lips molded into a pout. Keep dreaming because I am leaving your company soon. I can offer you 10 million won for your apartment. She was shocked once again about how he always ended up knowing about her if she knew he mastered stalking only for her. Yet tied you with me until your last breath because no contract has the power to separate you with me. Being her crush, lover, to her insane obsession, her feelings grew throughout the 5 years, but the greatest part was that he had the same feelings for her. She wanted to see how madly he was obsessed with her and to what extent he could go for her, so she maintained her innocent girl image. She enjoyed when he eyed her shamelessly, touched her, and felt extremely jealous. She purposely do things which triggered him, and he did some insane things with her. Say to her that she felt weak easily for him. Her going on a date with Kevin was just an act because she was aware Jungkook had her clone phone. Purposely telling her mother to send his pic or smiling at his picture was all her drama. She knew Jungkook would be the one who showed up on the date. That was the reason she put so much effort. Selling her house to get rid of him was her plan to see did he know her outside of that phone, and damn, he indeed stalked her, that she felt satisfied yet more obsessed with him. She wanted him obsessed with her, and he did exactly the same. After a few, finally they stopped while breathing heavily and looked at the dark ceiling with a satisfied smile on their faces. Wanna know a secret? What is it? The camera is installed in the switchboard nuts. She immediately looked at him, surprised for real now, and he smirked looking at her. Sliding her hair aside from her sweaty forehead, he pulled her face closer to him. Will you keep pretending? Pretending what? That you are sick for me, more than you can imagine. And things went more wild than ever be when two people with the same toxic mind met.